Okay, so I was born with my body on March 19th. No, okay. So yeah, I guess to address the elephants in the room, I could walk for most of my life up until when I was 20 years old, and then yeah, one day on October in 2017, my buddies and I at BYU, Idaho, went to a trampoline park and busted my neck on a gymnastic level trampoline and got paralyzed from the chest down. I can still advocate for trampoline parks, just, land on your feet. Every day I wake up and it works, and I take care of it. It takes care of me, even though a solid 2/3 of it doesn't work anymore. So yeah. When I first got paralyzed, it got me from the chest down. And when you've lived your entire life, just doing things, you don't exactly know how much you use your core until you use it. So after a solid 2 weeks of lying down, just because that's how recovery begins, they had me sit up. And when you sit up after being paralyzed like that, it's something else. Like, you're trying to sit up straight, but you can't because your core's not supporting you anymore. And then consequently, anytime you try to scooch over or anything, you gotta move your arms, and your body's just super unused to that. Like that motion of trying to scoot over or just transfer from, say, a chair to your bed or a bench. So it was really hard at first. I couldn't really, move much of anything just because I was so used to core support and whatnot, and leg support too. But I got used to it eventually and was able to get the motion down, and as with all things, you learn. And these days I can do an 8-inch transfer up if I ever need to. Just hop from a chair to a higher plane or anything like that. So that was a really big thing of overcoming. Another big thing, this is more occupational than physical, was just kind of learning how to live on my own again, and then get dressed again. All this stuff you super take for granted, it kind of goes away when you get paralyzed. So you find a way to figure out how to do that, and life feels pretty good because you've done something tough. I'd say a part of it is just knowing that, hey, this isn't easy, so good job. And then the other part being, this was a major challenge that, all things considered, no one would blame me if I just decided to not do it and just kind of, be grouchy about it. It's paralysis. It's not like I got an F in a class or anything like that. But the big thing I would say is just, knowing that I overcame that, and that I basically learned how to live life again, to the point where things are pretty much the same as they were before the accident, if not better, minus, not being able to walk. I'd say that being able to adapt that way and knowing that you didn't let circumstances control you makes you feel pretty good. What I look like, huh? I never thought it was much about what I look like per se, more than just how I acted, I suppose. It's like, I guess if I could summarize that question, it kind of comes down to, well, this is my life now, but I'm not going to let that define me. Who I am is up here and in here, not down there with the legs and whatnot, so just live life, I'd like to say no, because when you get paralyzed, yeah, everything you took for granted stares at you in the face every day. Obviously I can't walk anymore, but I also can't do sit-ups or anything like that. If I lean over, I can't lean myself back up, I gotta push. So, but nonetheless, even then, I still gotta remind myself, oh yeah, I still have use of my arms. When so many guys, when they break their necks, they can lose that too. So it's hilarious because yeah, even though I don't take a lot of things for granted anymore, there are still moments where it's like, oh yeah, I gotta remember what I have, Well, let's see here. Clever viewers will notice that we're in front of the BYU Broadcasting Building right now, so I like using my voice for stuff. And right now I'm internshipping with these guys to basically, right now, it's writing promos and recording and producing promos for between the shows. So I like talking. I like using my voice for useful stuff. I guess that's the better way of putting it. I also enjoy a good spout of writing, and if nothing else is happening, then I'll usually just get together with the buddies and we'll go and just talk story, hang out, catch a movie if there is one. So just hang out. It doesn't matter what you look like more or less, than kind of just who you are, what you do type of thing. I guess if there's just one thing I've learned is that ever since losing my ability to get into peak physical condition, and for people who can stand at least, there's still a lot to be cherished, respected, and enjoyed by anyone.